Hi guys, in this presentation we shall learn about arithmetic operations on pointers. Okay, so what are the basic arithmetic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, now in this video we're going to mainly focus on addition. Okay, consider this a memory. Okay, this is the whole memory in which I have allocated some region. The region is like the memory address 100 to the memory address 109 are allocated. So totally I have allocated 10 bytes of memory. Now using pointer I want to access the memory. For example, see, suppose if I have a pointer in which I will store the value 100. Okay, now what type of the operations you can perform on this to get what we required. Okay, so there are operations which are some legal and some illegal. Okay, we're gonna see now what happens if I say like p plus 1. I want to fetch this data. Is it possible? Let's see. For example, see, dereference of what is the value content in p is nothing but the address is 100, right? 100 plus 1 will leads to 101, right? So I'm considering here the character. Okay, character pointer. So if I dereference this address I'll get the value as 1. Okay, so you can say that if there is a pointer I can add some number, right? Some number, and this number is, now we got the value as 1, right? This 1 is valid. Now what happens if I say that if the pointer plus 2, now I'll get the value as 102, which means the answer will be 2. Okay, so what is this n range? So how can I decide that range? See, here we have allocated of 10 bytes of memory, right? So this is what we known. Okay, so no matter what you add a number to a pointer, it should be in this range. Okay, so that's why I have written here known. Okay, so you can traverse from 0 to 9 or 1 to 9 or 2 to 9. Okay, so but we have to be in this range only, so we should not exceed this range. Okay, so what happens if we exceed this range? Okay, once see, for example, here it might have some value, here it might have some value, here it might have some value, right? So we don't know what is this value. Okay, we can fetch the data but we don't know what is that value. Okay, so what we know is what is the data present in this range. Okay, so we only focus on in this range. Okay, so now I can say that whatever the pointer I can add an integer to it. Okay, since we are talking about addition I'll say positive integer. Okay, a positive integer to it, so that I can move from here to here in this location, right? In this memory region. Okay, now if you add two pointers, we got some location pointing to this memory address, right? See, it makes no sense, right? In this case, if we add 1, 2, 3 or 4, we have gone in this known memory. But if you add two pointers, it is pointing to some other location which doesn't make any sense, right? So in C, P plus P or pointer addition is invalid. Okay, it is illegal. So I hope you understood what I said. In this character array I have stored some elements. See, now what I'm doing is I'm taking the first address and storing in this pointer. Okay, now what happens if I increment this pointer by 1? Let's see. If I run it, I'm getting the value as 1. Okay, now what happens if I change the value here? So now I place a 2 here, just run it, we're getting 2. So what I have said in the first case, this is valid, right? Now what happens if I place here 9? Is it valid? Yes, it is valid, the value got 9. Now what happens if I place here 20? See, this is beyond this range. Okay, the operation is performed, but the value which is present in that location might exist, might not exist, we don't know, but we can surely say that whatever the value present in this range, in this address range, we can expect the value. Okay, so if the value is beyond the range, we cannot expect the value, because we not allocated the memory. We are the not ones who allocated the memory. Okay, so you might think that in p plus p case, so now try p plus p case. Okay, p plus p, which means pointer plus pointer, and just run it. See, it says that invalid operation. So why it is invalid is, pointer to pointer addition is an illegal operation. So why it is illegal operation? Because it points to some location which is, we don't know, okay, what the value might be. So you might think that p plus p makes no sense, because it points to some location which is unknown to us, right? I mean, what are the value present in that, it is unknown. Now if I say that p plus 11, okay, or p plus 12, p plus 12, also in that p plus 12 location we don't know what is the value. So why it is valid and why p plus p is not valid? Let's think. Okay, just use your common sense. If I say that this is not valid, I cannot access these also, because to get this I have to add 1, to get this I have to add 2. Okay, so in order to access these elements, this operation should be done. Okay, this operation should be legal, right? That's why we made it legal. So if pointer plus pointer is there, see, it doesn't make any sense, right? We cannot access these elements. Okay, it is beyond this range, we know that, right? So that's why it is an illegal operation. Now in this, what we have learned is, in pointers we can add a number. Okay, this number depends on the range of what we have given. Okay, if we allocated 100 numbers, then you can traverse in that 100 numbers. Okay, and second case we got is p plus p. So any pointer added with another pointer, it will reach to a location, okay, which makes no sense. Okay,